You afraid of a little rain? Go. Oh my goodness. Good morning, gang. Welcome back to Crazy Life Homestead. I'm Mo. It's been on and off rain all day. Well, a slight breeze. It's about 70 degrees. Look at my umbrella. So just in case, I've got the umbrella. I'll be working in the greenhouse. What a shocker. I need to go get one tool out of the garage and then we'll make sure that we get this done. Dark garage. You turn the light on. There we go. Now, what to do with the hammer? I don't want this hammer. I want the big hammer. We got a lot of that's the one I'm looking for. I think Greg made this custom hammer. I think Greg made this custom hammer. It's solid. It's solid. It's very heavy. It's probably about 15 pounds. It's heavy. I might go weigh it. Alright. Close. Okay. Alright, we got hammer. Come on, let's go. Back up. Back up. Have hammer will travel. Turn lights out here. It smells like garlic in here. Really smells like garlic in here. That is doing quite well over there. I'll shut the light out so you guys can see nothing. It's drying. It's looking good. It smells wonderful. So these seedlings went out. These are the tomatoes. That's what I have left. They went out yesterday and they actually straightened up a little bit. So I might just put some potting soil in some cups and up pot those for some neighbors in case they want to grow stuff. We'll see. Lazy. You lazy dog. Come on, we got work to do. So it is a bit warm in here, so I am going to take the sweater off. I was expecting that. I'm going to also open up some windows so we can get a little airflow in here. It says it's 70 outside. It's probably about 80 in here. So let me turn you around a second. The plants are loving the greenhouse. That's a cucumber. That's a cucumber. I didn't realize that I was planting cucumbers. So, Samorzanos, pink brandy. I have lots of stuff in here. This is all basil. That'll be planted around the tomatoes. So I'm quite the happy camper. I replanted the peppers, juniper, kaleidoscope, jalapeno, peppercini, Tabasco, and a hot salsa mix. And if the other, this is the original tray, and if the others grow, then they grow. But I don't think they were going to because they were hit with that cold spell below 40 degrees up in the garage. Hence the reason why I did not plant anything until late. So hopefully in about 2-3 weeks something will pop out. The dates on those are wrong. I planted these on the 20th. and this is now the 22nd. So hopefully we'll be able to do something in the greenhouse with these this time. The reason for the sweater is because mosquitoes love me. They do. They love me. So I'm not going to be their bloodbath today. And there's a couple of them in here. So I've got both doors down. One's unzipped so I can get out. Not that you can't unzip them from the inside, which is great. So let's get a couple of windows open and we'll start on those anchors. Okay, so it started raining again. I'm not complaining because we need it. From what I understand, from my gauge, out by the post by the barn, we've had 1.5 inches so far, and I haven't checked it since this morning, so might be even more than that. But I'm not going to say no to the rain because we need it so bad. So I'm going to be working inside the greenhouse at the moment, and when it stops, it'll be interval. So when it stops, I'll go back outside and I'll do some more. But let me show you what we have that we're working with. Miss Bella decided to sit right where I was standing. Where are you? There you are. Miss Bella decided to sit right where I was standing, so we moved. So I had ordered these anchors off of the TikTok shop when I ordered this greenhouse. I hate mosquitoes. I absolutely hate them. They make me nuts. And what I plan on doing with them is pinning them down into the corner and holding the whole system down on the inside. And then I'm going to take them on the outside, like I'm going to take all of this and tuck it inside, and then I'm going to anchor it down. Sorry, I'm kind of losing this here. And then I'm going to take ratchet straps and run them across the top over to the other side to anchor this down so that the plastic doesn't come off. Because the only thing I have right now, which I have to retie, are these little tie things. And that's it. That's all I got. So I think that these anchors will be good. The ones that are on the outside currently are just holding it down in place. I'm not too fond of those. So they're just these little itty bitty things. And this is supposed to hold 1,500 pounds. We'll see. But 1,500 pounds with the wind can torque this thing right up. Alright, let me get to work. How am I doing, Supervisor? Is the inspection over with? Okay. hard spot for my knee. Those are pretty durable. Right now, this sucker ain't going nowhere. At least the frame won't. I still have to get on the outside and anchor this stuff down. Well, not the materials that I have out there currently, but take those anchors again, put them down, put a ratchet strap, bring it over and tighten it down, because this piping is on the inside. This is on the inside, and I want to keep the cover on it from blowing out. So far so good. I have been very lucky not to have high winds, at least not in this corner. Good morning, gang. Welcome back to Crazy Life Homestead. I'm Mo. It is Tuesday. And as you can see, it's very windy, so we have the microphone on today, praying that it works. I have a couple of things to show you before I trip over myself. I just want to set up and show you currently what the status of the greenhouse is. And I have a couple of things that I want to work on today. Hopefully, I'll be able to get into the garden and till. We have had a lot of rain, not complaining. One bit. I'm not complaining at all. 9 1/4 inches, if my calculations are correct. We've had a lot of rain. Mr. Duke says hello. Bella's around here somewhere doing her thing. She got hit the other day by Mr. Duke and started doing the drama queen thing. Oh, that hurt. Yeah, it does hurt. Stop playing with the big boys. Anyway, let's go take a walk over to the greenhouse. The greenhouse is looking absolutely wonderful. Let me show you on the inside, show you what we got going on, because a lot's been going on. I'm very happy. Okay, in the greenhouse. You're going to have to give me a minute because it's like 100 degrees in here, which I'm, again, not complaining about. That's like why we buy a greenhouse, right? Let me open up a few of these windows over here. They're on both sides. There's 6 on each side. So I'm going to open them up and get some air in here, and then I'll show you what's going on. Oh, that's much better. Trust me, the breeze is going through there now. So let me go show you what we've got going on in here. I think you guys are going to like. I took these 2 little trays, brought them in, and look at how big these guys have gotten. They're huge. There's one tray. These are tomatoes, and those 2 cucumbers that we have so far. Sorry, I'm trying to see what I'm doing here. I think it would be easier if I brighten the screen up. On the ground here, I have basil and another cucumber who's growing like crazy. This is another reason why I have to get that garden tilled up. The basil will be in between all of the tomatoes that we have. San Marzano's super beefsteaks, Gardener's Delight for the cherries, brandy wine, pink brandy wine. Over here I have Roma's, Spicy Lady, yellow pears. So we have a variety. On this tray I have zinnias and some marigolds that are still waiting to come up. That whole tray is full of seeds. This is the replanted peppers, because none of them came up because of that freeze. I just reused the tags. Those are from May 28th, so it'll take a while. We're only on June 2nd right now. I do have to make up the spray to get rid of all that grass back there. We'll do that soon. These are all the herbs. I did those yesterday during all that good rain that we had. We had another inch of rain that come in. Nope, sorry, half an inch that come in. So that gave me time to work on those inside the house. I'm stoked. I'm loving my little greenhouse. This is great. What I do want to do here is start bringing in I'm going to get the garlic done that's sitting on the shelves. Bring that in here. Probably put that up against this door over here. There are two doors, but when you open this thing up, it will fly. I have to buy some paracord. I need about 200 feet of paracord because it's about 25 feet across from bottom to bottom when you go over the arch. So I have more of these. I have 8 more of these stakes in the ground. Well, I have 8 more stakes that I want to put on the outside base of this greenhouse. And I want to put them down and then take the paracord and go all the way over the top. So it keeps it down. We have something to keep it on the bar. Now we need something to keep it down. Currently, this is what this is for. All this junk, which we'll get rid of. The paracord that's paracord right there. But this will be probably a little thicker. It'll have those anchors, and I'm going to kind of zigzag it, one whole piece, right across the top of it, which will hold it down quite well. These are doing a good job. You know, I'm okay with that for now, as long as we don't get any strong winds. Hello, gang. It's June 22nd, and I'm still catching you up on a lot of stuff, but this is the current day. It is Monday, and I have a lot to show as catch up on what we're doing. This is a pretty long video. It's a little out of order, but I've been quite busy. So let me turn you around and show you what's going on. All right. We have tomatoes and basil and some zinnias. We had a little rain last night, a little wind, and it knocked that one over. I'm going to see if I can stick him back in the ground and get him replanted. I have Roma's super beefsteak, pink lady. That was a spicy lady right there. Let's see if we can get him again, so I can get him up. I think it's rabbits, so I got to get the fence out. We'll do that tomorrow. There's a spicy lady. You can see what I did with the tags. They're growing nicely, though. I have the 6 onions over here. This is where the peppers are going to go. They're not ready yet. And then I have the corn coming up. I have 4 rows. The last row to your right did not come up. It came up sporadically. I might replant. We'll see how this rain comes today. We're supposed to have a bunch of rain coming, so I'm trying to get this done as fast as possible. The rest of this is planned, but the rain has been on and off, so I haven't been planting anything. Let's go to the greenhouse to show what's going on over there, because I've been very busy with that this weekend. Go see what Mr. Duke is up to. Yeah, there he is, enjoying his breeze. There's a breezeway right here, and he enjoys that instead of putting the fan on. He likes that instead of that noisy old box. So he's done his rounds. He's gotten his grass hay. He's got his water. He's doing fine. Yeah, everybody saying hi. Everybody likes saying hi to the buddy. Hi, buddy. We woke him up. He's taking his nap. Bella, you better get out of there. Bella, you better get out of that box. Go on, out. Bella, out. She's still trying to eat the grain that he leaves in the ground. Go out. Out. Okay, let's head over to the greenhouse and see what we got going on over there. So I worked my butt off this weekend. I got the order in for the supplies that I needed for the greenhouse. So let me show you what is going on there. I got the weed fabric down. I got the trampoline anchors in. I got the paracord wrapped on it. I was not going to show you all that. It was just what it was. I also went to Tractor Supply and got these. These are the dormant ones. We got 2 blueberries. I got a Concord grape. I got a Patriot. And that might be the Patriot grape. That's the Concord. I got a Forsythia. I got a Hydrangea. And another blueberry. So I used the anchors, as you can see, to pull these down and keep this down. If it loosens up, I can always push the anchors back down on the ground. It's got some loose, but I'll get those stretched out. Here's my entrance to this. I layered over each row. I bought a box of 120 ground staples so that I could staple these down. I also used them to staple down the green plastic when I pulled it in. When I put the anchors back on the frame, I put them in on the plastic. The pieces that I was using to hold that plastic down, there's 2 pieces of wood under there, and I tied them with the 2 tables so that I can have a small shelf. This is the 22nd. Again, they're still catching up. They're doing great. I'm not disappointed. We're going to have lots of peppers. All of this is peppers. Let's see, what is this? Serranos, Big Thai. I think this is habanada. This is the peppercini. This is a juniper pepper. All of this is Alicia. This is a Cosmos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. And then in here, I think this is all basil. This is a sage that's still struggling to get up there, but all of this is, I have mammoth and, are you in there? Sweet Italian. More basil. This is lemon and Genovese. And I think there's a cinnamon in here. There's dill in here that's struggling. So, cayenne peppers. We have paprika, zinnias, more habanada. The jalapeno and the bell pepper never came up. Very disappointing. Just don't want to grow. Those are free, new packets too. I got them at the store. Just something about that tray. So as you can see, I've got a lot of planting to do. We should be able to fill that up with the direct sow stuff. Where the corn is, I have to wait for that to get at least knee high. I'm going to put some pole beans on it and These cucumbers here, where are you? Right there, will go to each row to do some ground cover. I have that, let's see where I'm at. Okay, so here's the barn. If you go that way on that pasture, you'll hit the blackberry patch that I just cleared. And in the back is where the cemetery is. And I've got a couple of cucumbers back there. I still have some cover left. I'm going to put it back there, and I'm going to put watermelon, cantaloupe, cucumbers, which I got 2 of them in there already, pumpkin, cushaw, squash. So they're all going back there. Those are direct sows. I'm going to, again, wait for this rain to stop so that I can actually get stuff in the ground, get that weed fabric down, and then it's just been a busy time with the rain. Between the rains, we've been cutting grasses, and, you know, I'm getting kind of sick of that, but it is what it is for now. We are expecting rain today, so I'm not going to be doing a lot. I'm actually going to take the day off and do a little classes. I have a couple more modules to do inside the house. Other than that, I'm not doing much today because I did bust my butt getting this weed fabric down and stapled down. I did a lot of sweating, so I'm a little tired. I'll recover from it if I take the day off and just take my time. As for now, I hope you've enjoyed our little catch up here. You guys stay safe, stay out of trouble. We'll catch you on the next one.